going to show you how to add a side-by-side translation table to an article. Now in my web browser I have one tab open with the front end of the website, and this is just an example article that I'm using here. In another tab I have the back end of the website, and I have that example article open. So I also have a Word document that I'm going to use to copy and paste the side-by-side translation that I've just roughly set up from. So if I go to the back end of the website and I go to the article that I have open, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my cursor just at the very end of the paragraph, which sits just before where I want the table to sit. Then I'm going to press Enter or Return to make a new paragraph. And then if we scroll down a little bit just to below the editor area, you'll see a little button here that says Content Template. So I've already set up a pre-formatted table for you, which has some styling so that it should display correctly on the front end of the website. So we just click on that button. You'll see a little pop-up appears, and there's only one option at the moment, which is side-by-side translation table. If you select that, you'll see that a table appears just below the text, and it's set up at the moment with 2 columns and 4 rows, just as standard, and you can easily add and delete those rows as you need to. So if I go back to the Word document, and we're going to copy our first bit of text at the top here. Select that, and I'll copy that, Control or Command C. And you'll also notice that that sits in one row that spans across the 2 columns. So if I go back to the back end, what I want to do is I want to change that first row from 2 columns to just being one row with merged cells. So I'll select both those cells in the first column, and I'll come up to the editor area here, and if I just hover above, these are all the little table buttons here that you might need to use with the table symbols. The one at the end here, if I hover over it, says Merge Table Cells. So I want to click on that, and then that will just become one table cell across both columns. I select in the first row here, and what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to paste this as plain text. So I can come up here to the editor toolbar and click on this one with a little T in the clipboard, paste as plain text, and I'll paste my text into that area just to make sure it sits okay. Just get rid of that extra row, and I'll click Insert. Now I can select that text and center it in the box just by clicking on the centered button here. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save as I go along just by clicking the green Save button. Okay, if I go back to Word and copy my next bit of text in this first column here, copy, and I'll go down to this first cell here. So what happens if I click paste? That seems to look okay. I might just want to get rid of that little space that's happened at the front there. And then again I can go back, copy the next column of text over here and paste. And just continue on copying and pasting the text. Delete that and paste. And again, copy and paste. Don't worry about the fact that it's sitting centered vertically in the box, because once it appears on the front end, everything will be aligned to the top of the cell. I'm just going to save again. Now I've come to an area where I want to do another full row of text across 2 columns, but I can see below here I've got more text information that's in 2 columns. So I'm going to add a few more rows before I do that. I'm just going to click in the bottom row, and if I go up to this little symbol here, insert row after, I can just keep clicking that and rows will be added. Now I can select in this row here these two columns and merge those cells. Select my text and copy. Get rid of the spaces and then paste. And again select that text and center. I'll just save. Now at this point also you can format any of the text as you need to. I might want to select that text here and bold it. I'll go back, just copy another row of information, cell by cell, paste. Unfortunately you just have to get rid of those little spaces there. And one more cell and paste. I'm going to save. I'm just going to go to the front end of the website and refresh my page, and there you can see your table nicely formatted. And that's how you format a side-by-side translation.